In the mid-19th century, the island of Sri Lanka, then known as Ceylon, was the center of a massive, highly profitable global coffee empire. These hillsides weren't always covered in tea. They were originally dominated by coffee. That changed in the 1870s with the arrival of coffee rust, a virulent fungal blight that began to rot the industry from the leaf down. Within 20 years, the blight had dismantled the island's entire economy. The primary export and the livelihood of nearly everyone on the island effectively vanished. Panic set in among the British planters and the Ceylonese workforce as they watched their primary source of income decay in the fields. Ceylon was facing total insolvency. Survival required more than a new crop. It demanded a complete agricultural reinvention. The solution came from a pioneer named James Taylor, who had spent years experimentally planting a different species, Camellia sinensis, the tea bush. Taylor found success in the Kandy region, establishing a mid-grown elevation band between 2,000 and 4,000 feet above sea level. He processed these leaves using the orthodox method. This started with withering, the labor-intensive process of spreading the harvest across massive racks to remove moisture. In Kandy's cool, moist climate, this process resulted in a bright, coppery tea with a distinctively full body. This specific flavor profile became the original baseline for what the world would come to call Ceylon tea. The Kandy experiment proved that the island's topography could produce a world-class commodity. It triggered a massive land grab as planters rushed to clear the dead coffee trees and plant tea across every available hillside. Once the industry stabilized, planters began pushing cultivation even higher up the Central Massif, establishing estates in districts like Nuwara Eliya and Dimbula, often reaching above 4,000 feet. At these altitudes, they encountered the science of terroir, the way a specific microclimate can physically alter the biology of a plant. This is driven by the island's central mountains, which act as a massive watershed. They block heavy monsoon rains while channeling cold, dry winds across the higher peaks. When these chill winds hit the tea bushes, the plant's metabolic growth slows down. This slow maturation results in much smaller leaves that produce a pale, golden liquor with a highly concentrated, intense aroma. The altitude effectively rewired the biology of the leaf, developing the complex aromatic compounds that command the market's highest prices. These high-grown teas found a champion in Sir Thomas Lipton. He bought estates in the remote Uva district specifically to capitalize on this high-altitude terroir. Lipton used the smooth, exotic character of Uva tea to hook the American market, marketing the product as coming direct from the tea garden to the teapot. The resulting demand led to the formalization of the Colombo Tea Auction, an immense economic machine designed to move millions of pounds of tea to every corner of the globe. By utilizing the unique science of the Uva region, Lipton transformed a localized agricultural pivot into a global commercial empire. By the 1970s, the global market shifted again. The oil boom in the Middle East created a massive new class of consumers with a very specific palate. While Westerners often preferred the light, aromatic, high-grown varieties, this new market demanded teas that were dark, bold, and heavily astringent. In response, Sri Lanka pivoted down the mountain, expanding production in the low-grown regions of Ruhuna and Sabragamua between sea level and 2,000 feet. In the warm coastal air, the tea bush changes once more. Growing incredibly fast, it produces long, large leaves. Yielding the dark burgundy liquor preferred in the Middle East, low-grown regions now drive 60% of Sri Lanka's total production. The success of Ceylon tea is the result of vertical mapping. By tracking a single plant across shifting altitudes, Sri Lanka built a portfolio of flavors, capturing every major shift in demand, from Victorian London's drawing rooms to the modern Middle East.